And again, that Robert Englund interview, just verified October 30th, 2009. Check it out. Forward that on. People would love to be hearing about that, especially with the movie being released again. Speaking of horror, got to do this real quickly. Got to get somebody in the dungeon. Seems very fitting tonight. Wow, people are just getting wacky out there. Now this story, get this. This is out of River Hill, Wisconsin. Real quickly. Authorities out in Wisconsin have arrested a 16-year-old boy. What did this child do? Well, this is a first. They have arrested a 16-year-old boy for attacking another youth with a machete while dressed in ninja-style clothing. You heard me. 16-year-old dressed, like a ninja. And he's doing all this with his arms. I'm sure he's got a machete. Where a 16-year-old in Wisconsin gets a machete from is beyond me. That concerns me too. But anyways, here's the 16-year-old dressed like a ninja. Probably doing all of this, Kill Bill stuff. He's got a machete. He attacks another kid out there. And police say the suspect in the case claimed he was protecting the woods where the incident took place behind a local high school. Police Chief Thomas Richmond said it's one of the more bizarre cases he's seen. Well, yeah. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope that this would qualify as bizarre, because if machete-wielding teenage ninjas wasn't bizarre and it was the norm, we should get very scared. Thank God this is the exception. Police were dispatched to the high school on Tuesday to investigate the reported battery. When the officer arrived on the scene, he observed a high school student with a deep laceration to his forehead. The victim told police he was attacked by a ninja. That's right. Well, you know what? I love kung fu movies. I, like the ninja movies, all of that stuff, flying through the air and all of the good things, and nunchucks and Chinese stars, and, that girl who had like that ball in Kill Bill that had spikes on it. Love all of that. But you see, I said I liked seeing that in movies, not in real life. Let me tell you, I'm green as well. I want to protect the woods as much as I can, but you know what? I don't think that Al Gore or the Green Foundation or the Sierra Club meant for people to get dressed up like ninjas and wield machetes and lacerate people when they tried to walk through the woods. I don't think that's being green. What that is being stupid and being bad and exhibiting dungeon-like behavior. So what does that mean? You got it. You're right. This young boy is going in the dungeon, and then he's going to go straight from the dungeon to some therapy because he's 16 years old. I think we can turn this kid around. Don't know what the intentions are, but he needs a little therapy, or maybe quite a lot. And then I am going to talk to his parents and let them know that if they knew that their child had a machete in River Hills, Wisconsin, of all places, they might have a little culpability here, and they might want to tamp down on that. So, kid, you're going to the dungeon for a while, then we're going to get in touch with somebody and get you some much-needed rehab. So, enjoy your time in the dungeon. There's a lot of people, a lot of bad people down there. Maybe they can make a reality show about this. I know there are some reality stars down there right now. You know what? That just gave me an idea. I mean, how cool would that be? I ought to sell that. I mean, everybody's getting a reality show. Why don't we do the Lil Ern Unfiltered Dungeon reality show? Or you know what? Mix it up like with Celebrity Deathmatch, live from the dungeon. We can stream it. See, I'm getting carried away. I got all these horrible images in my head. I need to go to these horror movies this weekend. Get it out. Just get it out of my system. I don't know what all this is about. Yet another thing to add to the list of things I talked to my therapist about on Thursdays. Cats, dungeons, this foot fetish. There was something else that came up. I don't even know. The cat thing enough is just crazy. So, dungeon. Done with you. No more dungeon. And hopefully I can get this out of my system and we won't even have to do it next week. We'll see what happens. Well, speaking of the dungeon, just real quickly, I know we've got a commercial break coming up on us. This whole iPhone thing. Now, we've heard the story. Apple makes prototypes all the time to test out their products. And somebody had found an iPhone. This iPhone had appeared online on Gizmodo.com, which is actually part of a family of very popular websites. In fact, one of my sister shows, Kotaku, is owned by the same company that owns Gizmodo.com. And I believe, is it Kotaku.com? Kotaku, which is Kotaku.com. Kotaku, Gizmodo. Anyways, real quickly, Gizmodo posted a picture of what the next generation of the iPhone would look like. So, of course, Apple freaks out. Oh, my God, how did this get out there? To make a long story short, somebody said that they had found this at the bar, and then, it ended up online. What happened? In a nutshell, a gentleman by the name of Brian Hogan, 21-year-old resident of Redwood City, California, found the prototype at a bar. Now, that is true. He was at a bar. He finds this phone. After this is where things get murky. At the end of the day, Gizmodo paid him $5,000, and then they posted the image on their website. Tons of hits, tons of press. Like, this is an international story. Apple freaks out. Basically, you know what? I've lost my cell phone before. Now, Brian says that he tried to return the phone to its owner. He hasn't been charged with a crime. He says that he was paid by the tech site, to give them exclusive access to review the phone. Now, he also says he regrets not doing more to return the device to its owner, according to a statement when he was asked, and the statement was through his attorney. Now, my thing is I've lost my phone, and I've also found phones, and this is what happens when you're in a bar and you find a phone. Hey, guys, I just found this phone. Is this anybody's phone around here? Well, no. Well, okay, let me try calling the last number that was in this phone, because you can pretty much figure out if it's an iPhone, then you can call the last number, and it's very easy to find that. Hey, I found this phone at such and such bar. Do you know whose this is? Oh, yeah, that's such and such's. If that doesn't work, you know what you do? You go to the bartender and you say, you know what? I found this phone in your establishment, or the manager. I'm returning this. That's what you do. So I'm a little bit suspect about this story. You know what I mean? And let me know if I'm wrong about this, and I don't want to throw out any accusations, but that's where it gets kind of murky for me. And then all of a sudden, within like 48 hours, a deal's being cut for $5,000, which, by the way, you're a dum-dum, Brian, because you could have gotten like $50,000 for that picture. But that's a whole nother story. So I don't know. It's just crazy. We'll see what happens with this. But the real question is how damn much did the guy had to drink to begin with to leave the Apple prototype phone on a bar stool anyways? That's my big question. Geez, I need to go out for drinks with him or happy hour, because it sounds like he's got a lot of fun, and it might not just be drinks, if you know what I'm saying. Well, speaking of drinks, I need to go get one. My voice is giving out. Let's pay the bills, hear a few commercials. I'm coming right back after this commercial break. Stay tuned.